Hello, this is the presentation on the study with the title The Impact of Digitalization on Accounting Education and the Challenges for the Accounting Profession. We are Ciocșan, Violeta, Diana and Mihăilă Cosmin from Bucharest University of Economic Studies, Faculty of Accounting and Management Information Systems. Digital transformation profoundly influenced education and the accounting profession, necessitating a rapid adaptation to new technological realities. This paper examines the evolution of digitalization in Romania, Bulgaria, Slovenia, Croatia, and Greece, highlighting its impact on accounting education and practice while analyzing the historical and economic implication of this process. The study explores how these countries have embraced digitalization over the years and provides a current analysis of their digitalization level using the Digital Economic and Society Index (DESI). Digitalization has had a major impact on the accounting profession and the education it provides. Thus, people in this field have had to adapt to new learning methods and constantly changing skills. In the 1990s, technology was not advanced. The work performed by accountants was basically based on physical documents and manual calculation, while currently, due to the new requirements from users of financial information regarding the evolution of technology in recent years, accountants are forced to comply, requiring a shift towards accounting more in the IT environment. In education, digitalization has brought benefits in terms of information from online platforms, thus facilitating the way in which teachers and students interact. Moving from a learning environment provides with physical teaching through the textbooks to models in which it can also be taught online. Thus, the information is updated compared to the textbooks, and the teaching method is more flexible. Digitalization has brought many benefits, but at the same time with many challenges, which must be constantly met by accounting professionals and teachers. This is the review of the specialty literature. The analysis of the specialty literature reveals that the technologies considered to have the greatest influence on accounting in the near future are blockchain, robots, and big data. AI, robotic process automation, or blockchain are just a few examples of technologies that occupy a wide spectrum in accounting activities, helping to increase efficiency by reducing repetitive tasks and the possibility of human errors. The countries that we will analyze in this chapter had a unique, special evolution, but at the same time with common points between them. Regarding the evolution of the accounting profession, the period before 1919 centralized and planned economies. During the communist regime, a form of Soviet accounting was introduced, in which prices were regulated by the state, and accounting was only a means of collecting information by it. It did not serve for decision making by any other user. Financial statements were not public and contained irrelevant information for economic decision making. Within this system, financial statements serve the sole purpose of reporting on the fulfillment of the plan. Also, in Yugoslavia, part of this federation were also Slovenia and Croatia, the accounting system was similar to that of Romania, being regulated by a socialist economic framework, and accounting was subject to centralized economic planning. However, its accounting different through the self-management. Self-management refers to the fact that the state had access to control of the economy, but the entities were run by workers in self-management councils. In Romania, the economy is controlled by the state to control industrial production, infrastructure, but also agriculture. A centralized economy was used. The state controlled all universities and collective agriculture, and because of the foreign debts that the country had, this country experienced a strong crisis. In Bulgaria, the state was of a socialist type, where the economy was centrally planned. As in the case of Romania, the state controlled the entities and the agriculture, but the economic planning was strict. They wanted to grow a difficult industry and have a collectivist agriculture. Greece was never a communist state, but it still experienced economic and political instability after World War II. It was a capitalist state. They faced poverty until the 1960s. Years 1990 to 2000, the transition to market economies. Croatia gained independence in the 1991 and began a process of developing accounting. This country began to adhere to international accounting standards. In Slovenia, because it was part of the former Yugoslav Republic, having a developed economy, it has therefore made important steps towards the new international accounting standards, such as IAS and the IFRS, being the first country from the former Yugoslav Republic to make this complete transition to the international standards. It entered into the European Union in 2004. In Romania, in 1990, accounting was based on socialist model, but since 1997 has begun to adhere to international accounting standards. In Bulgaria, after the communist regime fell and the economy became from a centralized economy to a market one, it adopted IAS. In Greece, accounting reforms were implemented in order to comply with the requirement of the European Union. This country, the accounting system was based on national rules and did not comply with international standards. Years 2000 to 2010, integration into the European Union. Balkan countries have revised their curricula to include our skills. In Romania, the discipline accounting has been introduced as mandatory. In Croatia, the 2004 reform required the use of business intelligence platform for financial data analysis. In Slovenia, the adaptation of ERP system in enterprises reduces human errors by 40%, and project finances by the European Social Fund allow the training of over 1,000 accountants. The introduction of ERP, Enterprise Resource and Planning System revolutionized accounting process.
In the decade 2010 and 2020, digitalization has become a key factor in the evolution of accounting profession in the Balkans, aligning with global trends and significantly transforming the way financial information is managed. The automation of accounting processes has accelerated with specialized software and cloud technologies, enabling easy access to data and streamlining financial activities. At the same time, blockchain technologies have begun to be explored to improve the transparency and security of financial reporting. Amid the global economic crisis and the COVID-19 pandemic, remote accounting has become a common practice, and accountants have adopted digital solutions for collaboration and client management. In this context, online continuing education has become essential, with universities and vocational training institutions integrating distance learning platforms to support professionals' adaptation to the new technological requirements of the field. The table presents data on the Digital Economy and Society Index (DESI) for Balkan European countries, showing both ranking position and score for the years 2020 and 2022. DESI scores and data on digital technology integration have significant implications for the digitalization of accounting and the accounting profession. First, low digitalization scores for countries such as Romania and Bulgaria suggest limited integration of digital technologies in the accounting sector, which can lead to low efficiency and higher cost. On the other hand, countries with higher scores such as Slovenia and Croatia highlight extensive use of digital technologies, which can increase the efficiency of accounting processes and facilitate collaboration through digital tools. This table presents key indicators of digital transformation among European Balkan countries in 2020 and 2022. It highlights the integration of digital technology in business, cloud computing usage, big data analysis, artificial intelligence adoption, e-invoicing, and basic digital skills. In the analyzed period 2020-2022, the European Union average regarding the integration of digital technology in enterprises was 55% in both years. Comparing this value with Romania, Bulgaria, Greece, Slovenia, Croatia, we can see important differences in the pace at which each country adapts to digitalization. The level of digitalization of the firm largely represents how efficient a profession is and its productivity. Romania and Bulgaria are the bottom of the DESI ranking, meaning that the accounting environment is in many cases bureaucratic. Greece is in the middle of these countries but still progress on digital reporting. Cloud technologies used in enterprises represent an important indicator of the digitalization of the economy and transformation of business processes. The differences we observe in the analyzed countries show that the adoption of cloud technologies has developed differently from country to country, hitting barriers such as an investment in infrastructure, education, level of entrepreneurs, etc. Slovenia and Croatia have advanced rapidly, while Romania and Bulgaria have remained below the European Union average, which represent the need to accelerate digitalization. Regarding the accounting profession, the transition to cloud technologies is no longer just an option, but a necessity. The risk of error can thus be reduced by integrating these technologies, and the work of accountants can be reduced. In the field of big data, Croatia increased from 10% to 14%, uh, to reaching the European Union average. In Romania, on the other hand, recorded a significant decrease from 11% to 5%. The other countries remained relatively stable in this category, still below the average. Greece leads in adopting AI technologies with a percentage of 6%, followed by Croatia with a range of 5-10%. Romania has the lowest adoption rate, only 1%, and all countries analyzed are below the European Union average of 8%. The adoption of the system called e-invoice is an essential indicator in the evolution of digitalization of the economy, having an impact on the transparency and efficiency of commercial transactions. The adoption of e-invoices varies from country to country, with Romania and Bulgaria needing to involve to avoid tax compliance delays. On the other hand, Greece, Croatia, and Slovenia are the leaders in the Balkans, demonstrating that tax digitalization can be possible. Digital skills have become indispensable to be able to effectively use the technologies of the moment, even in accounting where technological development is increasingly necessary. Romania and Bulgaria are at a critical level in terms of digital skills, which affects the adoption of modern technologies in accounting. Greece, Slovenia, and Croatia have prepared population, resulting in a digitalized economic environment. The regression analysis performed aims to determine the relationship between the DESI scores and the degree of integration of digital technology in enterprises for the year 2022. Specifically, we want to see whether countries with greater digitalization in business tend to have a higher DESI score. Conclusion: digitalization is evolving differently in Romania, Bulgaria, Greece, Slovenia, and Croatia. Slovenia and Greece are leaders in adopting cloud technologies and e-invoicing with high digital skills and the rapid adoption of modern technologies. Croatia is making steady progress, while Romania and Bulgaria are lagging behind with low digital skills and slow adoption of cloud e-invoicing solution. In the accounting profession, digitalization is an important factor, but in less advanced country, accountants face difficulties in adopting new technology. The last one is about education that plays a key role, and without investments in this area, Romania and Bulgaria is falling behind economically. Thank you so much.